What's up, YouTube? Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, The Art of Dating. I am your host, Yashika Foster. I like to call myself the artist of dating. So let's get into today's video. Today, we are talking about 5 tips for dating a woman over 40. Yes, there are tips to this, just like there are tips and rules to everything in life. Now, when I say tips and rules about dating women over 40, I want to make sure that I start off by saying these are not in any order, number one. And number two, just because it's a tip doesn't mean that it's the rule. It's just the tip according to Coach Yashika, or the rule according to Coach Yashika. So let's get into this video. Number one, she is not your mom or your maid. Yes, I mean, she can do some things around the house. She can cook for you, she can clean for you, whatever, because she lives in the house and she has to eat. But we, women over 40, are not your mom or your maid. See, because here's the thing. Sometimes people are in relationships because they feel that a person reminds them of a certain person. Now, I've heard men say, you know what, this woman reminds me of my mom. And then I've heard men say that he reminds me of my father. And I want to believe that what people are really saying is that some of the traits that that person display puts them in the mind of their father or of their mother, right? It's not to say that you are just like my mom or just like my father. Maybe there are some things that you do. For example, you might be a man who knows how to, take charge of a situation, or be assertive or assert yourself in situations if you feel like, as you should step in, right? So that might be something that a person might think about their father when their father is or was the kind of person that take control of a situation, make sure that if a man's help is needed or a man's hands on a situation is needed at the time, that the man doesn't have any problems with jumping in and making sure that whatever's going on, they're able to resolve it or put some type of conflict resolution to it, right? And so when people are really saying that a person reminds them of a parent, they're saying that out of love. They're not saying that you act just like my mom or you act just like my father, or they want to date their mom or they want to date their father, or they want to recreate their mom or they want to recreate their father. That's not what they're saying. What they're simply saying is that there are some things about you that put them in the mind of that particular parent, right? However, in a relationship, one thing you need to remember about a woman over 40 is that although she may have some traits or she may do some things the way your mom did it, she's not your mom. And we don't want to be treated as such. She's not your maid, and she doesn't want to be treated as such. All right? So when you think of your mom and a maid or a housekeeper, then don't think about your lady or the woman that you're dating that happens to be over the age of 40. All right? So now, with that one being said, let's move on to the next one. She does not want to be looked at as a replacement for a loss. Yes, she does not want to be looked at as a replacement for a loss. People go through lives sometimes and they may feel like they met a person of their dreams, right? And somewhere along the line, they let that person get away. Whether they met them in passing and they didn't pursue a relationship, or they were in a relationship with the person and for whatever reason it didn't work out. Or it could simply be that they lost somebody through a tragedy or through death or some type of way, right? So the woman that you're dating now, because once we get to a certain age, we're in it for different reasons, right? And so as a man, he could be looking at it from the perspective of, well, she'll do just fine because this person got away, or she'll do just fine because I lost my spouse, or she'll do just fine because the relationship that I was in with a person similar, it didn't work out, or it was simply they were in a relationship with somebody else and it didn't work out. So now they're trying to find somebody to just fill in the gap or replace something that you've lost. That is not what women are over 40, or any woman for that matter, want to be looked at as someone who is just a fill-in or replacement for a loss. And the reason why I specifically say women over 40 is because here's the thing. We peep that from a mile away, right? If we're listening to some things and we realize that you haven't gotten over somebody, or you've lost somebody recently and you haven't healed from that trauma or whatever, we pick up on that. Okay, so I'm not saying that women that are younger are naive to it, but what I'm saying is that we pick up on that. We pick up on you haven't gotten over that person or whatever. So we don't have time for it. So if you come into our lives as women over the age of 40, we're just letting you know right now, we don't have time for that, because we are not a loss we are not a replacement for something that you have lost. We are who we are, and we came into your life, or we are in your life for our purpose with you, not for anybody else, not to help you with some shortcomings or to replace something that you've lost. Understand that? Got it. We are not there to replace a loss. Period. All right? Another thing. She doesn't want to be used. I've heard it in the streets where people are saying that, women over a certain age, they have their stuff together. Therefore, if they're looked at as sugar mamas or, whatever, right? We are not about to be used. We are not going to allow you to come in our lives and use us. Okay? You don't get to just come in and get what you want and then just bounce when you feel like whatever you felt like you came there for, you've done. Okay? I want to believe that we pick up on it. Sometimes we might be a little slow with it, but after a while, we'll realize if we're being used, especially when we've been in a relationship for a while and it seems like things are more one-sided. And that goes on to my next point, actually, is that women over 40 do not want to be in relationships that are not reciprocated. Period. Nobody wants to be in that, but we especially don't want to be in that because we don't have that kind of time. Okay? We don't want it. We're not in it to most of us who are serious about dating, who are intentional about dating. Let me put that caveat out there, okay? Because not everybody is in the same place. But I'm just going to say most women over the age of 40 do not want to be in a relationship that is not going to be reciprocated. All right? We are in it for something lasting. We are in it for love. We are in it because we want to go to the end of the earth with you, right? We're not in it to say, okay, well, I need somebody to help me build my credit up, or I need somebody to help me, with this, or help me with my children. No, we really want to be in a relationship. Most women who are over the age of 40, we have been through enough things in life where we realize whether we've been married before, or we had children, or whatever. We've been through enough in life where we realize now that, listen, I don't know what I was doing before. I may have been wasting time. I don't know. Just depends on the woman. All right. Just want to throw that out there too. But they look at it like, I don't know. I don't know what I was doing before, but now I'm not in the position, or I'm not in a place where I'm just trying to do some things and have some fun. I want to have those things, but my main priority is to have a life partner. All right. So women over 40, that's how we view relationships. That's how we view people who are pursuing us. That's how we see life going. We do not want to be used, and we do not want to be in a relationship that is not reciprocated. Okay? Now, another thing that women over 40, with something you need to know when you are dating women over 40, is simple. Be the person that you want her to be. It's just that simple. Be the person that you want her to be. Because here's the thing. Women over 40, we have, again, like I said before, been through some things. We have seen some sides of the earth. We have traveled, in some cases, around the earth, around the world, wherever. And we want to be all these things and more to you. And we're willing to give you all of that. But you have to be the person that you want me to be. Period. I know that I'm a queen, but you have to be my king. You can't expect a queen, right? And then you not be a king. And here's the thing, I'm going to still be a queen with or without you, right? Just as you probably will be a king with or without me. But we won't be it together. Okay? If you're not being the person that you want to date. So in other words, as a queen, you expect me to do queenly things. Okay? You do. As a queen, you expect me to do queenly things. So if I am to do queenly things, I want to do them for my king. That's as elementary and as straightforward and honest as I can put it. So if you want to date a woman over 40, then you need to be the person that you want her to be. Because especially women who have, check the block on success, right? We realize that we don't have to just settle for anything. Okay? And I'm not saying that we have to be this wilderness person, because no, if you are a man that's watching this video, I expect you to have the same type of standard for yourself, right? I expect you to have the same type of, you're just a certain level of bullcrap that you're going to take, or a certain level of position you're going to be in. In other words, if you are a person of a certain age, unless you're marrying for something totally different, if you're marrying for love and spending the rest of your life with somebody, and you've already done the things where you've had children and you've done where you've established yourself to a certain degree in life, then you want certain things in this life. You want your woman to behave a certain way. You want your woman to do certain things, right? So in order to demand those things, you have to be that person. And please don't get caught up around the word demand. Pick another synonym and put it in there. Or pick another word that doesn't sound as harsh as that one and put it in there. But please don't get caught up in that word, or get caught up in words that I've used. Okay? And so I hope these helpful tips of 5 things you need to know when dating a woman over 40. Okay? So if this is your first time to my channel, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notification button, so when I release the video, you'll be first to know about it. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And oh yeah, by the way, if you like it, or you find some things that you don't agree with, or you agree with or disagree with, then whatever it is, put the comment down below so I can know you've been here. Okay? You don't have to do a thumbs up or a thumbs down or anything. Just let me know you've been here. That's it. Just let me know if you've been here, and let me know if any of this content was useful for you, and if there's something else that you want to hear maybe in the future with a different video. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh.